Um, Applying to jobs is fairly difficult sometimes. There's the upload your resume, now type out your entire resume. Okay, now answer these questions which are addressed in your resume. It takes a lot of time and can be a burden, especially if you have some sort of disability. For me personally, then you're faced with the question of at the very end of your application, do you have a disability? Do you say yes, or do you say, I don't want to answer? When's the right time to disclose is a huge issue for people with disabilities.
LRS is Louisiana Rehabilitation Services. And what we do is we provide services to disabled individuals to help them either enter work for the first time, maintain employment, or be retrained so that they can get employment. And we don't have a formal process. They can call the office, they can walk in. Once they're referred for services, they're assigned a counselor and they're seen to begin receiving the services.
Over the last 3 to 5 years, organizations have become more open to allowing those with disabilities. Just because someone's in a wheelchair, that doesn't mean they can't be an awesome accountant, right?
There are a lot of people that have learning differences that can do the work. They just have to be trained and told, how to do the job.
Hey, I just want the best person in the best position.
Because at the end of the day, I still have a business need. I still need someone who can fit the mold and be able to do the job. As an HR professional, I teach my leaders. You interview someone that has a visual disability, you don't hold that against them, right? Because that doesn't mean they can't do the job.
It can go one of two ways once you disclose. Either they pretend like it didn't happen, or they change completely and treat you like a child.
Before you saw them, you pulled that resume and their credentials matched your needs, and that's why you called them.
We're able to get people with disability jobs at the same places that people without disabilities are becoming employed. And that individual wages commensurate with your wages. If they can perform a job and do the task that goes along with the job, then they should have the same opportunity as anyone else. Anyone who wants to work should be allowed to at least try working in the community.
Young people on the spectrum are very capable of being employed. I am the mother of twins, and their names are Bryce, and Bryce is 20. And Blaine, the biggest thing that he has got is independence. It feels good for him to know that he's, making his own money and he can do some things with them. He loves to say, oh, lunch is on me. He loves to say that kind of thing.
Employers need more training on how to manage and work with their employees with disabilities, and not just the HR department that deals with, ADA laws and things, but your day-to-day supervisors need to understand what things are difficult, what things, can kind of ruin our experience, but also they need to be aware of just common workplace accommodations that can go from making a job horrible to making it completely bearable. And usually they're simple, they're cheap. It's not going to cost a business a lot of money to allow a worker to wear headphones or something like that.
I'm just such a big advocate when I see young people that have intellectual or other disabilities working with an employer. I'm just very excited about it. And especially when they're treating them well.
We can always think of a no. We can always come up with a reason on why to give the no, but think of the opportunities on why to give the yes.
Their opportunity needs to come through the company that they're seeking employment from, whether it be a small business owner, whether it be a executive at a big, Fortune 500 company. They need to say, hey, I feel like this in person, just because they have a learning difference, that doesn't matter to me. I want, like Delano said, the best qualified person to do the job.
I think families of children with disabilities should start thinking about employment at the same time as people with children without disabilities. There's no specific time. It's important for families to stay positive and don't perpetuate the idea that just because you have a disability, you can only do a certain type of work. Just wait and see. You have no idea how they're going to grow and how they're going to develop, especially when they're young, what they're going to be like as an adult.